Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another 0 degree gear review. And today, it's been a little bit, but today we finally have another glove review. It took me a while to find a pair of gloves. There's somebody my cat's trying to get in the room. Okay, anyways, it took me a while to find a pair of gloves that I thought was worthy of doing a review on. I also didn't really want to spend a lot of money on a pair of gloves because that was kind of my whole thing, is find budget gloves. But the problem is, I mean, you get what you pay for in a lot of cases, and I wanted to do something not so budget, if that makes sense. I wanted to do something that, if you wanted like a somewhat higher dollar pair of gloves, and then I wanted to do some kind of review on that. So basically, what we got here is Kinco. Never heard of them. They are leathery. This is like, I don't know what this is, like vinyl, I guess. Well, it's not vinyl. I don't know. It's not leather. It's not leather. There you go. How about that? Some kind of cloth, kind of. But it's pretty tough feeling. This is also like felt kind of feeling. I don't know if it is for sure. They have their own little system, I guess, over at Kinco to keep your hands warm. It's called HeatKeep thermal insulation. And basically what that does is, it had a little tag on it. It basically went over how it works. And so the insulation within the glove has like air pockets. And the air pockets take heat from your hand and your body, trap it into those air pockets, and it creates a layer of heat to protect from outside elements or the cold, essentially. So that's what HeatKeep is supposed to do. It's supposed to be thin, it's supposed to be durable, it's supposed to be durable. It's supposed to be, easy to manipulate. It's not supposed to like take down your dexterity and stuff like that. But so we're gonna go straight into it. I actually have both pairs of these gloves, so that's awesome. So we're gonna go into durability, and as you can see, these are pretty tore up right here from hand wrapping pallets at my work, on both sides. Not so much on this one. This one has a little burn mark there, and like right there, a little bit right there. But for the most part, they're pretty good. I really gave these a pretty good durability test because I've been wearing them for probably about a solid month every day. I wear these every single day, all day. So really, they're doing pretty good, I thought. So this happened like immediately. It started taking the leather off of it, and I was like, oh no. Started getting a little concerned because I thought it was gonna tear through them really easily, but it held up. Since then, it just took off the yellow. So I would say, so far on durability, these are max. I mean, these are 10 out of 10 on durability so far for me, anyways. I haven't even got any, like, holes back here. No, like, anything. I don't think. No, nothing. So, I mean, they're really good in durability. Fit-wise, they're actually not so good. So, we just went from a 10 out of 10 to probably, like, a 3 out of 10. I can't remember what size I got on these. I don't think it says it anywhere. I got my size, which I think was a large or a medium. I kind of like my gloves to fit my hand, like, tight. I don't want, the tips of the fingers to stick off my hand too much. And these do a little bit. Like, I mean, it's not bad, though. My finger pretty much goes all the way to the tip on all of them. So whatever size this is, as long as, I tried them on before I bought them, and I got the right size it seemed. But when I first got them, they were super tight, and they were too tight, and they were making my fingers get really cold because it was cutting off the circulation. I wasn't getting warm blood to my fingertips because my gloves were too tight. So my fingers got super cold, and I was really struggling to fight through it. But I did, and now they're pretty pretty broken. I can pretty much slip them on and off pretty easily. You know, I just whoop, no problem, which is good. So the initial fit is pretty terrible. So there's a definite break-in stage, and that's going to happen with a lot of leather gloves. Everybody knows leather's tight. You know, you got to pretty much break it in, and once you do, it pretty much, you know, it fits perfect and it feels really nice. This is actually leather too. Here it has like an extra layer of protection. Like it's got like some foam padding there almost. Feels like something in there, something extra in there. But so effectiveness with this HeatKeep, it's definitely not the best, but it's pretty good. I would say out of like a 10, I'll probably want to go 6.5. Honestly, they're not super warm. I don't know what temp HeatKeep is supposed to be rated at, but it ain't 0 degrees or negative degrees, I can tell you that. And it's kind of hard to tell that. That's why I've delayed this video for so long, because they were so tight. It took so long to break them in. I couldn't get an accurate like effectiveness from the cold feel because my fingers were freezing all the time. And I'm like, I know it's not the gloves, because there's no way. I know it's not like the insulation of the gloves. I know it's not the cold that's making them cold. It was the circulation that was making them cold. Couldn't get warm blood to my fingers, so that's why this video took so long to come out, because I needed to break them in so I could feel how effective they actually are, and that's my excuse for being lazy and not putting out a video. Best temp ranges. Actually, I didn't think about this one. I'd say probably 25 degrees would be the lowest for a normal person to wear these, if they're already broke in. Definitely try and break them in before using them outside, like in the freezing cold. And you want to make sure they're, you know, allowing blood through your to your fingers. I don't know what that noise was. Anyways, but yeah, I would say 25 to 32 would be your lowest range. Yeah, I think that's a good range. I think most people try and stay, if they're going out in that kind of temperature, they're usually pretty quick, and these will be perfect for that. If anybody's outside and colder than that, like when it's colder than that, they're not staying out there for long periods of time. Usually they're in, or they're out and they're right back inside, you know, running out to start their car or something. So most normal people that don't work in an extreme cold like me, they don't need a glove that'll, you know, is rated for -40 for 4 hours. They need something that they can slip on real quick, is comfortable, they can do whatever they need to do, like start the car or whatever, you know, and keep their fingers warm, or, you know, scrape off their windshield real quick. That's what they need. And this glove would do that. I think fits that pretty well. Dexterity, though, this is actually kind of funny. It kind of goes against what I just said when it comes to like keeping your dexterity. These things suck for dexterity. I think it's the leather. It's too tight, and it'll probably get better the more I break them in, which I've gotten pretty broke in, but they're still pretty hard. Like, it's hard to write in. And I think the thumb is pretty tight still. Like, I mean, right here is nice and broken and loose, but up here is tight. And I think this thing causes me problems with writing or whatever. So that's a thing. But I think overall, really, like, I can't turn pages with it. I don't think you're ever going to find a pair of gloves that you can turn a freaking page with. I may be wrong, but I haven't seen it yet. There's no, like, fingertip to touch with your phone. No finger or phone touch thing or whatever. There's, I don't know. On dexterity out of 10, I'd probably say they're might go 6.5 again, 7, 6.5 to 7. I think that's a good range for those. Because, I mean, once you get them broken in, they might be better, more broken when I've got them. But these, I mean, they're holding up, and they're pretty well broken. And for the most part, I can do my controls on my lift and stuff, no problem. I have no issues with that. Cost, I actually got these on sale. So I don't actually know what the original cost was. I can't imagine it was cheap, given the price that I paid for them was $22 on sale. Is it worth $22? Yeah, I think so. And why I say that is the hell I've put these through and the extreme cold that I work in, and they're still holding up and still viable to me, means that to a normal person that runs out and does some house chores outside, whatever that may be, or, needs to shovel their yard, shovel the snow out of their driveway or scrape their windshield, these are going to be perfect for you and they'll last you forever. So $22 one time for 5 years, if not longer. I mean, that's nothing. So yeah, I think they're definitely worth $22. I don't know what the original price is or was. I would say 25 to 30 probably. $30 might be stretching it for me. I have a hard time paying $30 for a pair of gloves, but some people would, and like I said, they would last you forever. So, this video, hearing that would make me feel more comfortable buying a $30 pair of gloves. My honest opinion on these gloves, I like them. I don't like the price tag. Again, it's hard for me to buy $22 pair of gloves. They're not super great for my work because I really need the dexterity like this glove gave me. They're not quite as warm as I'd like. The fit, which I forgot to mention, the cuff I don't like because it has this little slit in the side. It's really not a big deal. I actually really didn't even notice until today because I wore this today, and it has a button back here which I can't move my arm to see, but there's like a little gap, and that gap lined up perfectly with this gap, and so I had an air leak all day going down my sleeve. That was a lot of fun to deal with and uncomfortable. But I think overall, if I was to rank these out of 10, I'm going to give them an 8. I really like them. The price tag, the original price tag, the unknown price tag really worries me. The HeatKeep, it's insulation. It's just insulation. There's nothing special about it. Like, I really don't think there's anything special about their fancy insulation or whatever, but I don't know. I didn't notice any difference of, like, from this to this insulation necessarily. Warmth, for some reason these did feel warmer, and I think it has a lot to do with how much leather is on it. The leather is going to get cold. The cold is sitting right up against the insulation. Your hand only puts off so much body heat, and that cold is constantly trying to penetrate that insulation. Eventually it's going to get through, especially with all this cold leather sitting on it. It's going to get through. It's just a matter of how long it holds up. And so I think that's why my opinion is the way it is. My initial thoughts when I first got these gloves, I was not really expecting much, which is funny because I bought them. But I bought them because I knew the leather was going to be a problem. I knew the fit was going to be a problem. I knew that going in. I'm not dumb. I know my things. I know my stuff. I knew it was going to be an issue, so I went ahead and took the chance on it because of the HeatKeep, and that's where we're at, and that's why I did what I did, and that's why I'm giving it an 8, because honestly, if it's going to be a 0 or a 1, I'm probably not going to buy them, if I'm honest, because that would just be a waste of money on my part. Because if they're a 0, then they're probably hurting me because my fingers are probably going to be frostbitten, and I can't get myself to go through that, so it'd almost be a waste of money. And I sure as hell ain't gonna pay $22 on something that I have a feeling will fail. I wasn't certain on these, but I had a pretty decent idea that they'd probably be all right. So that's my 0-degree review on these Kinco HeatKeep. Yeah, it's HeatKeep. I can't speak. Kinco HeatKeep thermal insulation gloves. I think they're mostly work gloves, but that's what my opinion is. It's 8 out of 10. I don't know where that ranks it. I really should probably keep track of that, but I don't. But they're 8 out of 10, so that's where we're at. I hope this helped you guys in maybe your future glove buying decisions. I know we're getting out of the season of winter and we're well into spring, even though it's freezing cold here where I'm at. But I am going to continue making these, maybe later down the road, next winter, somebody's looking for a pair of gloves and they'll see these and they'll be like, oh yeah, these are on sale for $15. He bought them for 22 and they're a good deal at 22. I'm taking them. So I'm just going to keep making my videos once a month, hopefully, if I can find another pair of gloves to repair or replace these. That's going to be another problem, though, with winter passing. It's going to be harder for me to find gloves. So there's bigger gaps, like 2-month gaps. That's probably why I'm struggling to find a pair of gloves to replace them. So I forgot to mention where I got these at Family Center, just so if anybody knows before I forget. So that's all I got, guys. I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comments if there's any other categories you'd like me to hit, any more information on these videos that may help you in the future in buying a pair of gloves or gear in general. Just let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like. I almost fucked that up. And subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one whenever that'll be. Thank you, and see you later.